I promise low key. Low key is not my strength. Robert, you are still the number one, as you are almost every month. Supporter, bit giver, sub giver. But we have Zach. Zach is ZM345. He's probably not on yet, but he's now number 2, and that's a brand new follower. Just joined us in the last month or two, I guess. I can't keep track of all of it, but I'm just really thankful. There's so many new mad chatters that are really contributing to our stream, and it makes a big difference. We pour everything times 5 back into the stream. All right, so back to BlueBox Con, which is not the topic of the night, but don't tell me you're not hearing audio. Hold on, that could be a Zoom issue. Let me check here. Yes, that it is a Zoom issue. All right, so no, that's Cam. All right, mic here. Hang on. In, out, in should be the Behringer. That's all right. How do we sound to you, viewer? Yeah, you hear me okay, Pat? Everyone else hears me okay? Yeah, we're just no. We normally start at 5:45. We've done a few early sessions though. Like Pat's right. We sometimes start at 5:30. Sometimes we've done some earlier ones. Mad chatters. I need to distinguish betwixt my Zoom audio and my audio on Twitch. So how does my voice sound? Does it have its normal... So I do sound kind of canny. Well, that is not my style. Okay, hang on here. A tad tinny. What the... Woo! Y'all are... all the webcams are muted. Y'all... But not distractingly so. Unfortunately, it still sounds like you. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate that. All right, so I'm not at meltdown stage yet, but go ahead and let Robert and Thomas talk for a moment, and let's see how they sound. And yeah, you're saying the wrong mic as well, so I'm going to double check all this. Stay on. You're not coming through on stream at all? All right. So this has become an audio testing stream. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to work through this lest I throw something through the wall, out the wall. Okay, so the microphone, the speaker. Let's do... Yes, I am. Hang on here. Yeah, again, so I'm on Windows 11, and it was all looking good, and like Slobs is performing flawlessly. It's catching my voice, your voice. What it's punching out is a mystery to me right now, so let me keep working. Thank you. Hey, Geek Puppet, Triple Eight, all you folks. So I'm sorry, you thought you were joining for an LMA stream, and you've joined an audio testing stream. I upgraded to Windows 11. We did so much work the day before yesterday and last night getting this fixed. And I promised a meltdown. So if I don't get this working soon, I'll give you a meltdown, which will include screaming, breaking of things, and you will feel well valued for your time. So let me jump to the... So just leave me alone. Exactly, Pat Draws. I think there was a request for more karaoke in our Discord channel. All right, so probably not after that. Same issue now. Are you hearing me still? But I sound tinny, and that sounds better. All right, so let's hear...
It sounds better. Wait, let's check. Hey, I can hear me.
Okay.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
So it's just that view, whatever that view was.
All right, so it's something on that view. That's easy to fix. Okay, I'm happier now. That's easy to fix. Okay, good. The other guy.
There's an Alcott. Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, thank you so much, Steve. Thank you, all of you guys, for joining us. I know we have been so intermittent with our streams of late. That was a combination of holidays. We've had some illness, some family travel, all kinds of stuff going on. And then, of course, the infamous Windows 11 update, which was pushed out on my Alienware box without my knowledge or consent. I was violated by a Windows 11 update, but I think I've overcome it, and it's working now as best I can tell. So, all right, good. Thank you. It sounds great. I appreciate that. And yeah, all of you, all this feedback is super helpful. So no meltdown. I'm sorry, Geek Puppet. I know you were excited about that. Like, people want to see me breaking minis and throwing things at the wall.
Hey, John, I'm here. You may still have a meltdown.
That's true. That's always possible with Robert in the house. Okay, so let me stop being meta and let's actually talk about what we came here to talk about tonight. So before we jump into the content tonight, we're asking our fans, our mad chatters, who are the maddest of the mad, to give us suggestions on how we can make this stream better. Now, I have a spreadsheet in my typical geek fashion, repped, that I want to show you in a moment, which will talk about, do we want to focus on improvements? Well, no, we want to do all. But what can we do to make LMAs better? What can we do to make the entire BlueBox stream better? What can we do to focus on Greyhawk Awakening or Rune Lord Sunday streams? That could be content, delivery, guests, ideas, anything. I want to really open this up. We'll do some polls tonight on the stream as well and get feedback from the viewers. And depending on how the stream goes, we have at least, I'll promise you, at least one giveaway tonight, which is personally one of my favorites. I'll unwrap this sucker. Everyone watching tonight has a computer. I'm confident. I'm not overstepping my bounds when I say that.
Well, they could be on a phone, but
but they still have. I didn't say they were on. I said they have.
True.
A computer, and you need one of these BlueBox mouse pads. These are super cool mouse pads. Robert, you have one, right? Let's go.
I don't have one.
Well, Thomas, you haven't won one yet.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so we'll have at least this giveaway tonight, and then depending on how things go, we may have some other giveaways tonight. But I want to thank the community, first of all. It has been a very disjointed period for us over the past several weeks, unintentionally so, but hey, life happens, right? Okay, so... first thing I want to say is, you're looking at my screen, you can see the BlueBox logo up, but do you notice something different at the bottom of that BlueBox logo? You should be able to see it, Robert.
There's some kind of taskbar with...
It's a tile bar, and I think this is one of the new things in Windows 11 I like, which is it shows you everything in the folder you're currently viewing. Oh. And so, for example, if I want to click and see Moria... Yeah. This is the artwork for Moria. May she rest in peace. Done by Bianca or Cowboy Hob. And it's very easy to click through these. And in fact, you can actually show, if you click the box, you can show multiple side by side now. And if this existed before, and I'm just being a dummy, forgive me, but I never saw this before.
I don't believe so. I like that.
Yeah, this is new functionality in Windows 11. That allows you to show images and move through all the tiles you have in your folder. And then I can uncheck this one to highlight this one. Then I can uncheck this one to highlight the other one. And then I can go back to my BlueBox logo. And it's all hitting on that tile. So that's kind of a cool feature. Not worth.
Yeah, this is a Windows 11 appreciation stream now.
No, just saying all the pain I've gone through. There are some benefits that I'm seeing already. Purple box logo. Yeah, thank you. You're always good for that, Pat. Always the quippy, frustrating comment. Ian, hello, sir. Another streamed episode of the AD&D Goodness. Carlos, Carlos has some really fun stuff happening, and we're going to be featuring some of his stuff. Hello, Cameron. Good to see you tonight. Mr. Grantler, is he on tonight?
He is.
He is. Let me see up earlier. Yes. Okay.
Do we have a hype train almost?
No, we can't have a hype train with the meager content.
Apparently you and Robert are the hype train LMA crew.
That could be true. All right. So let's get down to business.
Defeat.
All right, so let me...
The Brother 7.
The brothers 7 yes. Oh,
I had to make sure that I had to make sure that hype train happened.
You jerk.
Thank you.
Right at the bell.
Okay, Robert, you're just trying to stay ahead of Zach. You just want to make sure he doesn't eclipse you. But no, you're still number one on our stream chat. You're number one on our Discord chat. And Robert, you're number one in my heart.
In his heart, yeah.
I'm still going to argue with you, John.
You would not be number one in my heart if you didn't argue with me. All right, so let's get down to some Blue Box content discussion. So let me show you my spreadsheet. I have several categories here, and they include general Blue Box suggestions, Greyhawk Awakening ideas, Rune Lords ideas, LMA ideas, and I could add some more. Let's start with general Blue Box suggestions. Now, if your suggestion is get a better master DM, go ahead and post it. I probably won't put it in my spreadsheet. Actually, no, I might. So you can go ahead and do that. But I want everyone to know on the chat, like, we are wide open here. This is, I believe in constructive criticism. So if you see things we're doing, too much interruption with chat, not enough interruption with chat, too much tail spare, too many on-table minis, too much this, that, whatever, post in the chat your ideas, and they could be funny or they can be constructive, but only the constructive ones will wind up in my spreadsheet. So as I kick this off, I'll start with you. And actually, so let's do this. Thomas, you're such a good clerical guy.
Yeah, I'll keep up with chat.
If you can make sure you keep up with chat. Robert, tell me what you think more broadly we could do to make this channel, forget about partner, forget about growth, just what can we do to make this more entertaining for our fans? And yes, I know answer one is stream when you say you're going to stream. Don't cancel streams because you have tech problems. So let's put that as table stakes. But tell me what else we could do to make this channel better.
So, I mean, this kind of goes to, well, I mean, actually, it was going to be more for an LMA thing. But as far as being able to plan out in advance and get an idea of, when those difficult times may come, I realize that life throws you curveballs and everything. But I mean, in terms of like trying to make sure that always streaming, have the potential of having people ready to go on a moment's notice, or having kind of like a bullpen that you can call with something pre-planned if necessary.
I think that's so well said, because honestly, I think one of my biggest failings, not as a DM per se, but in terms of running a Twitch channel, is that, I've got, like all of us, a busy life, and sometimes I'm planning LMAs 48 hours before they run. Which is where Jay crushes me. Jay is so much better than me at this. He is way ahead of the scheme. He's always planning with his, contacts and people that are going to be on his streams. And so I think that's part of what I wanted to talk about today is plan the LMA topics in advance, and then let's talk through some of those topics, and then I'll plan the guests and other ideas. But yeah, well said, Robert. All right. So
we did just get a good LMA topic in chat from someone, which is, how do you adjust to high-level characters as let's, for example, in Rune Lords, like that's your current high-level campaign.
Right.
How are you adjusting to that? That's a good LMA topic. Yeah. What is LMA? Stands for Loremaster's Arcanum.
Exactly. And I had another column here which seems to have gotten lost, so let me pull that over here as well.
If I could, while you work on that really quickly, speak to Robert's point. That was actually technically the plan for Tuesday, because John was ready for his audio to not work. The unfortunate part is my stepdad decided to be born that day, and so it was his birthday, and I wasn't able to do another Monster of the Week session that day. But in theory, we do have a couple of one-shots ready to go. It's just that life also happens to hit everyone at the same time.
A pox on him. No, that's fine.
But I like that because, having, you could run something. We could have Evelyn run something. We can have maybe
Sure.
Chandler run something. We have lots of people. Having multiple backups, I think, is good.
Well, yeah,
A backup for the backup.
Yeah, and so I think that's an important note for, and I want to say this very carefully because I don't want I am to being, yes, man, so many of the folks that are really helping support the channel are on. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing. To even hit a level 1 hype train with this content is very encouraging to me. But we've got so many content creators. Patrick, he's going to be here. Fraley, we got so many Patricks. He's going to be here for our Blue Box Con. We have so many of the newer Mad Chatters, and then of course Steve, who continues to plague me with all of his memes. No, I'm teasing Steve. You're amazing, Bloodwild. Lord Forth, welcome. Pat, all of you, and Cameron would love to see Mr. Grantler run something. Okay, so LMI.
Me too. He's very good. He is my personal DM on Mondays, and he is amazing.
He is. Okay, I'm going to put that under general Blue Box suggestions. Chandler runs a regular game. Now,
Regular game.
well, I'm going to say it's an idea. Like a one shot would be fine. Now, I will tell you, I don't think he minds me saying this. Chandler is going to be with us in person through late summer, but he's heading off for school at the end of late summer. But he still wants to be part of Blue Box, so maybe he becomes a sort of a remote stream. DM, even if it's like regular, could be once a month. I love that idea.
And Chandler is growing his own personal stream. For any of you who have joined in on some of those, they're very, very fun.
Yeah, he is.
Very different to normal Blue Box, but very fun.
That sounded deprecating, Thomas.
No, it is a unique stream experience. I will say that at the least.
Well, whereas we are a common stream experience, like a strumpet, just...
Yes, we are lame. That's exactly what I'm saying, John.
All right. Yeah. Off-time streams from others. Yes, Mike, I think that's a good idea. So the Satanic Panic LMA is still on my radar, and in fact, it's become a more interesting topic to me of late. So Satanic Panic LMA. All right. So let's come back and see if we can and tell me if I'm missing anything, Thomas, because you're on this. And
Yep.
oh, we
That's
want
an
to.
interesting spelling of satanic.
What did I do? Oh yeah, Stanik. You're standing. See, I don't even like spelling Satan. See how opposed I am to that?
That's a pretty good character name. I'll tell you that much.
Stan.
All right. Stan Tanic Panic. Yeah, I am to being, by the way, your giveaway just went out yesterday. I think we had 14 giveaways that got shipped out yesterday because they got all tied up during the holidays and we were way behind. Okay, actually, Blue Box suggestion, I'm going to type this one on. Faster giveaway turnaround. Okay, got that one.
So Pat66 had an idea that you and I and Evelyn, John, have already been working on, and it kind of ties into what DM Dingbat was saying with off-time streams from others, which is have one day a week be declared as one-shot day, but let it be random somewhat, maybe not every week, be maybe a couple times in a month. We threw around the idea if we have one day every week that is dedicated to one-shots, but we go back and forth between the people that are doing said one-shots. Like I do one Monster of the Week one week, Evelyn does one the next week, Chandler does one the week after that, Robert does one the week after that, whatever,
No, I love that. Hey, Anna B. Meyer. I think of you daily when I'm down here. My map is sitting on the wall, and we're just having a low-key kind of fireside chat here tonight, talking about what we can do to make this channel not just grow. We do want to grow. Honestly, I've already expressed my goal to make partner this year, which is, I think, reasonable. We got almost 50 people on tonight, and just a, quick chat for LMA within 1 hour of joining Jay, when we have been so inconsistent with our streaming over the past few weeks. And so we appreciate all of you being with us tonight. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show one more time and then pop in the chat one more time what's coming up in May. Our you ready?
Gone.
Wait, what'd you say? What's that? I don't know anything about that.
Box.
Sorry, I pulled the
I'm trying to set you up for it, John. You're really leaving me hanging.
I really did. I blew that so hard. Here we go. BlueBoxCon 2022.
That was part of the video. That was really announcer.
Join your friends. Play games with your friends. People from all over the country. Fan art, flyers night, snacks, food, fun, friends, pickled pirate flyers night at Red Fest. Do not miss BlueBoxCon 2022. Kayla, the only reason the trailer gets you every time is because you are featured in it so often, because you were a big participant. I'm teasing. But I posted the link up earlier, and if anyone on can post the link again, we would love to have you there with us in May. Now, back to the topic at hand. And thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We're talking about how to make the channel better. And Thomas, I'm sure I've missed some things in the chat. But man, your beard's getting long, dude.
I know, right? I'm loving it.
Oh, and by the way, Evelyn's not on tonight because she's working. Her Amazon benevolent overlords have scheduled her on Wednesdays, but she's getting that move. She should be back with us regularly on Wednesdays coming next week, hopefully. But it's not because we have in any way encouraged her not to be here. She's just busy with work. All right. Anything else, Thomas? No?
So I should have said who had this idea in chat. If you had this idea, I think it was Pat66, but I could be wrong. Said ideas for LMAs. We have a couple ideas ready to go, and then about a week in advance, if not a little bit greater, we put out a vote for what the community wants to see as their LMA that week. And that way, one, we have time to plan for it, but two, the people are, getting to hear and understand and learn the things that they want in terms of like.
I like that, and I think
eventually we always talk all of the topics. Just maybe we move them down the line until later because one is more relevant right now.
No, I think I've done that once or twice maybe, where I posted, hey, I don't know what to do this LMA, but maybe make that a more regular occurrence as part of our I like that. All right. Let's come back to you, Robert. You have been actually eerily silent. I never like it when you're quiet. It means you're plotting against me. Any other thoughts you have?
Yeah, no, I mean, so for the LMA, I think the main thing is making sure that there is enough, even if we do the poll and, we want to give people what they want, but having that time in advance and kind of hyping it up a bit so that people know when their topic is going to be. Making sure that people know what's coming up, and even if we're doing it you mentioned Jay how he preps in advance, having the schedule for the week really, or for the next week as soon as the stream ends, what's the next one going to be? We had this LMA. What is next week's LMA going to be? Right. This way we can start the conversation immediately. Because LMA it's a short show. It's only an hour, hour and a half. I think the longest we've ever gone is an hour and a half.
I think we had 1 2 hour, but yes, you're right. Like typically, hour and a half is the longest we go. Outlier 2 hours, normally 1 hour.
So you want to make sure that we maximize that time as much as possible.
Yeah. No.
Get everything we can out of it. As far as like the LMA, the other thing is. I don't know. Have anyone been taking notes on what LMAs we've done? So we know what's left. Like we've been doing some of the character classes. What do we still have to do? What did we want to get back to? Making sure that we're hitting on all the things.
Yeah. So for example, And by the way, that's another what we should get back to goes beyond LMA. I still have two one shots that got sort of extended. I had my Gen Z one shot, which Cameron was part of. Hopefully Cameron's still on. And Markov had his arm ripped off, and then we had to end time. So that's still a story that's waiting. And then I had my virtual Greyhawk Con story with the porcelain sword, which also got disrupted. And so there are continuations of one shots that need to be done. But what should we pick up from previous topics? So one of those, Robert, was I've promised you another conversation, or actually another conceptual drubbing on the topic of anti-paladins.
I knew you were going to say anti-paladins.
Let me wrap my text here. I should have done that on all of these. Hang on. There we go.
I mean, that's great because we can get back to me convincing more and more people that you're wrong.
Well, you got destroyed in that poll, my friend.
Gentlemen, I stand in between you two.
I'm going to dispute the idea of destroyed because I think it was one vote.
No, I got to go. You were like, no, you were. Well, maybe I'm deceiving myself.
Yeah, you are.
I
think you're living in that fanciful world where anti-paladins are lawful evil.
All right, kids.
We all know that.
I'm putting my foot down.
Exists.
We're not talking about anti-paladins anymore.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Thomas. I have you in here as the voice of reason. All right, what else? Lawful evil. Yes, Steve, the voice of reason, on with us tonight. Hey, Grape Ape, good to see you, my
Tim.
friend. Everyone.
Thank you, Tim.
Let me just say, Tim.
Diametrically opposed.
No, Tim, that is not the way you do it. That is not the way you do it.
Absolutely.
All right, Tim, I'm not going to be on your stream on Saturday anymore. I'm done.
I will leave this Zoom.
That's what I was planning on killing your character anyway.
I'll mess up your whole view. I'll leave the Zoom.
All right, no, I have a 2 view. It's really quick. I can switch over. No, we would miss you, my friend. All right, so any other comments in the chat?
Not that I've seen recently, because you guys got into anti-paladins.
Yeah, all right. So
not my fault.
Someone did say, Lord Forth did have the idea about how about a real BlueBox game, a D&D Basic First Edition game, using the BlueBox system.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love that. OG. Whoops.
Which is something I would love to be a part of because I've never played original D&D.
No, and so we've talked about this a couple of times, but let's ask the chat. Oh, we've already. No, come on. Who did that poll? Dinosaur. Dinosaur is an unfair thing to post in there because it's going to pull people that want to just tweak me into it. All right. No, I don't. Tom, you did this, didn't you, Robert?
I did not. I don't have the ability to make polls.
You don't? Yeah, you're a mod. I
am not a moderator.
Wait, who did make a poll?
I gave you a mod.
Is it Bloodwild?
Did Bloodwild? Yeah, I made you a mod. I'm pretty sure. All right, Steve, that is not the right poll to post. The whole idea between let's get off. Okay, that's an upcoming session. Let's try to stay focused here.
Let's stay focused.
Okay.
Someone else had Fraley had the question of how to get more engagement in Discord, which is a topic I've wanted to talk about for a while because I really like Discord.
Okay, so back here, more engagement. Yeah, no. So I think that's really relevant this month because of all the chat that's happening. Mako's Revenge for Rune Lords. And then all of the text-based chat for our Greyhawk Awakening Book 2 chat has been fantastic. And I don't see so many hearts, likes, thumbs up. So I think people aren't going in there. So what can we do to... Because I think people would like it. And I would even like to encourage, maybe with some rules, more of the community to be able to pop in there and be the commoner that walks through the shop as... Alcott is talking with the shopkeep, or as Rizia is arguing over melons. But go ahead, Thomas, tell me your thoughts.
That's actually, I like that idea a lot because text-based roleplay is like if you were an original internet nerd, like chat rooms and chat-based roleplay was a whole big thing, and like there were rules for your chat-based roleplay, and like this is how you do this is the character that you are, and like you'll get kicked if you don't do it right. Like rules are absolutely a thing, but I like the idea of passing viewers, who are just reading through some of the stuff, can interact with the players or the characters as viewers individually. I think that's really fun as an idea.
So how do we do that? Like, how can we encourage that more in the community?
So you have your BlueBox rules. What do we call that?
Code of conduct, core values.
Code of conduct. We could easily have something similar that is specific to text-based roleplay. And we have specific chat rooms that are dedicated to having those moments with characters. Like some people, Robert and Pat Draws very much like Irda as the favorite character in Runelords. They get a lot of interaction with her. And so that could be fun to see those two poking fun at Irda in the text-based roleplay.
So I like that, but again, who has time to read all that? So, for example, I'm going to pull up here. This is our Discord.
Now, Chandler's looks like a lot because he double-spaced his.
No, but I'm saying all the different channels. And is there a way to zoom in on your Discord? I guess I could. I can't control.
You could do Windows Zoom, but that's not going to be a good friend.
It's not working. Yeah, I can't zoom there. So anyway,
by the way, I'd point out that we did have there was a free form role play chat channel that the entire time I've been here did not get any use.
It got no traction. Yes, I think actually Rory had the last comment. Mandarallen, which was one of my PCs, wandered in because it's not connected to a story. So I think people like being connected to the campaign stories. So in the chat, so tell us, what would it take to get you to be more interested in popping in those role-play-based text channels to make your BlueBox sort of connection and experience with Runelords or GHA more contiguous, or sort of the connective tissue between these streams, where you don't just feel like you're being obligated to read more?
At 66 said not killing off my NPC would be nice.
Oh, I know. Pat has been so. Pat and I are friends. I love Pat, but honestly, I've never had someone be so unforgiving in a good way. Pat forgives me. I know he does. We're still friends, but Federum and the slaughter of Hamlet. That is something he is still, I don't think, fully forgiven me for, and I apologize. I don't know what to say. Let's take that offline, Pat. I'm sorry.
Iculus did say less in real life obligations, but one thing that I like about the idea of text-based roleplay is it is not live roleplay. You can always come back to text-based stuff 3 hours, 4 hours later. It's not as active, but
that only works if you don't come back to a wall of text. Which is one of the things that's been intimidating about. It's kind of funny. I was missing the interaction with the shopkeepers and such from early on in Greyhawk Awakenings with with Federun and all of them, and then it started up again. And every time I blinked, there was 4 pages of stuff to read through, and it got to be a lot really quick.
Yep. No. There's a lot of ups and downs.
No, so let's not just dismiss that though. Let's focus on that. And by the way, the comment in the chat, Bison, son of Bison Bin, we do have the text-based roleplay chat affect the game. So if I don't know how many of these sessions you've watched, not all of it, but there are things that Federum did, Cat did. The text-based chat that's happening right now in Greyhawk Awakening Book 2 and also in Runelords, it does affect our actual streams. Now, as a DM, I'm not going to let the player say, oh, I turn over the bed and I find a Vorpal blade. Hallelujah. So, it's still within constraints. But yes, we absolutely let that text-based roleplay come into the streams. But good point. I can do that more. Hager said, you can add whispers, which is awesome, so the whole party doesn't hear anything. Oh, so that we said plus. That was connected to something earlier, I think. Yeah. Did you catch that?
About text-based being good
for shy people. That's a really good point. Because honestly, if you're shy, just watch BlueBox. You'll see how bad my accents suck. how often I go to the same accents every time. I think Terry Machik wants to come on and give me sort of a lesson on how to be better with my accents, which I'm fine with. But as a DM, as a D&D lover, just do your best. And if you don't want to do an accent, even if it sucks, you can give it a try, then pop it in the text-based RP. I think that's a really good point.
So someone also mentioned use the text as a spin-off mini adventure. I've talked about this idea before as having a what's called an LFG chat, or a looking for group chat, because we have Friday Night Crusades, which is where, you know, Mad Chatters can get in and play, but it's always at a specific time every Friday, and I'm certain there's a lot of people that can't make that. And perhaps that group is already set in stone enough. Maybe they don't feel like they want to join in. It's Robert, you please dismiss all of those fears of people, because I'm certain that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, we still have new people joining. Amanda and joined us just recently. She's going to be there every other week on the off weeks when her her own D&D session isn't going. I mean, people are welcome to join anytime. There is zero pressure. If you can't make it in a given week, you don't show up. Nobody's going to say anything. You don't have to worry about it. You're there when you can make it. I mean, if you make a character and you can only be there once a month, make a character. I will take as many people as show up. And now that I've moved them over to the world of Greyhawk, and the adventures are going to be more whatever, you know, comes into my brain instead of a published module. We're going to have even more fun, because I can now do things more tailored to the rather substantial size of the party. But I'm happy to take as many people as show up in any given week.
No, I love that. And the Friday. So I'm sorry, Thomas, I'm going to come back to you, but I just want to note we've got about 60 people watching tonight, and it's just three dudes sitting around with a frickin' spreadsheet on the screen. I didn't mean to make you snort through your nose, but if we can get 60 people to watch us talk about a spreadsheet, I love this community. So awesome. All right, Thomas, back to you.
So one thing I wanted to say about that, which I love, and I think that's really, really cool, but when it comes to maybe Friday's never your day, you can never make a Friday Night Crusades because of just life. But, you know, we all come here and we watch Blue Box, and we get together in chat and we talk to each other in chat. And for some people, maybe they don't get on the Discord as much because they have busy lives outside of those days. It's not as often that they get the chance to actually meet the people that they have met online in any more substantial ways than just text. And so my thought with the LFG group was, or the LFG chat, was it gives you a chance to put out, like Pat Draws could go and say that he wants to DM a one shot for 4 people. He doesn't want it to be a streamed thing. He just wants to find some people to play a game with and put out a post on there looking for 4 people. And that post can get found by people who have availability during the time that he put out and play a fun game. Like, there's a lot of, all of us are here because of D&D. All of us. And that means that, you know, whether you're an experienced role player or not, you're at the very least interested in the thing we are doing here on stream. And getting more and more involved in it is kind of the idea behind these LMAs and the Discord and everything that we do. And so I think a looking for group chat would be really interesting in that it allows anyone in Blue Box within, you know, we would obviously moderate it as much as possible, to get fun and interesting games going, because before Monster of the Week, Pat Draws had not played any role-playing game since the 80s. He told me. He said the late 80s was the last time he played a role-playing game. I felt really sad, but like, a lot of people haven't played in a while, and I think LFG would be a good way to fix that problem.
No, I like that. And we've already seen, like, we've had people, I can think of several that have been looking for games and had gotten out of the game. And I'm sure we're not the only ones doing this, so please don't think this is self-aggrandizing, but they find the Twitch stream like Blue Box. They watch people gaming and they get excited and they start kicking off games. We got people in our own Discord chat saying, hey, I just kicked off my first game in years or ever this week. Here was our stream, or our game, rather, not streaming, our game this last Friday night, and here's what happened, and the goblins did this or the dragons did that. And that's awesome. That's what we want this community to be about. We want to encourage people to enjoy gaming, building relationships, and connecting with friends and fans to really grow their gaming, which is so much fun in D&D. All right, so what did
one thing
I
I'd like
miss?
to add to that,
Yeah,
going along with the LFG idea, which I really like, because we want to be able to get people playing, people that are interested in playing. I mean, we see it every once in a while in chat during one of the game streams. I haven't played D&D in years and interested in in playing and such. Making use of the bot to mark people who are interested in playing. Those who are interested in playing a game. Those who are interested in potentially playing a game on stream, because not for nothing, when you're trying to do a guest appearance, you'd like to try to make it so it's not the same 7 people, 8 people every time. Widen the pool of people that are find more people who are willing to play on stream, so that new people are getting a chance that are interested, that we just don't know about. We have something of an idea, but not
no,
sure.
I think that's a really good idea, Robert. And I'll tell you, this is a place where I've been actually kind of pinging some of my mods, like you, to help me. So if any of the mods that are listening, I don't know if Lee's on or others, I would honestly, it's my failing. I would like to think I can do everything. I cannot do everything. I'm not Jay. Jay is the one-man band that taps every instrument on shoulders and arms and knees and feet. I just do what I can. I need help. So if anyone wants to help sort of scour the chat, find people that are saying, hey, I'd like to find a game, or I'd like to do this or do that, and then communicate that to me afterward, or maybe I could export the chat, automate that.
Well, I think that's the idea of LFG, right? When we see those things happening, we just say, we have this entire Discord community where you can go check these things out. We have looking for group chats. We have this, we had that. And someone else, I know, Robert, you have a thing. Someone else just had a really good idea that I kind of thought of. So someone said, do a mini series where you help people learn to DM, build backstories, build characters, do world building. That's LMA, but the problem with it is it's not nearly as one-on-one as I'd imagine a lot of people are looking for when it comes to, like, I have questions about my world and my PC that I'd like help with. I had the thought, what about something called Dear Loremaster, where we have a chat that is dedicated to asking questions about your world and getting answers. If not, we also have a dedicated section of time, maybe once or twice a week, where one of us gets on Discord and sits in a voice channel, and people can come on and talk through their questions and get actual on-the-spot responses to their world building and their NPCs and their character backstories.
I love that. So, dear LMA.
Dear Loremaster.
Yeah, dear LM, and put that. And this is Manda. This is anything Manda says is like law here at Blue Box. So
exactly,
got
mystical unicorn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like actually giving people help on the spot to DM, like talking to a DM
I
one-on-one.
Freaking love that. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Not that we haven't had good ideas, but that one, that gets me excited. I love doing that. If people will participate, and Dear Loremaster would be a fantastic thing for us to do. One chats with other RPG systems. Okay, so let's talk about that.
Monster of the Week.
We have one already, which is Monster of the Week. And then when you say other systems, sorry, I've gone way below or way further than I thought I would, so I got to fix my font here. We have Monster of the Week. I love Dark Sun, but that's still D&D. I want to keep Blue Box more or less D&D specific. That's our brand. Now, I'm not against Starfinder or James Bond or apocalyptic RPGs or Cthulhu or whatever. Like that's, but we can't, or I don't think we should be everything to everyone. We want to really focus our brand around D&D-esque, and I think Monster of the Week is the furthest that we want to stretch out beyond that.
Well, if I could really quickly sell that to the people in chat, my whole the whole onus of the story I've written in the Monster of the Week campaign is that it is D&D. It is literally the world of the Forgotten Realms brought into the future. If you guys have been keeping up with the story that has been being told in those sessions, and if you haven't, go watch them on YouTube, because those sessions are really fun. We have a lot of good guest stars. It is just that. It's it is D&D, just, you know, a little bit of a twist on it, which, like you said, John, is maybe the furthest from that you want to get, but I love that you've given me the opportunity to do it.
No, you've done a great job, and thank you for that, because yes, it is still it's D&D brought into a contemporary
a modern setting,
which is really cool. I like the way you've done that. Go ahead, Robert.
You know, you say that, and I get where you're going with that, because ironically, one of the things that just came in is I joined a Kickstarter for Night Shift, game called Night Shift, which is actually, it's from one of the people who is also a member of Troll Lord Games, but it's a side project of his. And it is effectively every one of those every one of those shows where you have 20-something heroes, are basically Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, all that. And basically they made a role-playing game out of it, which uses old school really almost a version of D&D. The same stats, slightly different engine. It's actually probably closer to Castles and Crusades than it is to actual D&D. But still, if you're playing D&D, you recognize the character sheet almost immediately. So it's like, where does that kind of thing fit in? It's still, I mean, it looks like a fantastic game. I'm really excited. I'm planning on running something as soon as I can flesh out this idea in my head and find people who are interested. But just saying modern D&D, it's like, well, okay, where exactly do you draw that line?
No, and that's it's a slippery slope, Robert. I get that. I'm not the grognard, get off my lawn. You can't play. I want people to enjoy playing their games here, but if you're everything to everyone, then you're not really doing any one thing really, really well. And I've played virtually every style of gaming system. I've played the dark sort of, not just Ravenloft, but there's some gothic gaming systems. I've talked about this. I played all the post-apocalyptic stuff. I played the James Bond, Marvel superheroes, space-based, Star Trek, Star Wars. I've done all of these things, and I love them all. They're all fun. But I always come back to these pseudo D&D tropes, the modified medieval Europe, or again, the one place I love to depart is this. This is the coolest non-sort of typical medieval trope system I have ever seen developed. It's all part of still D&D, which is Dark Sun, and our friends at Lawful Stupid play that, and you're going to see that here very soon at Blue Box. But I'm open to suggestions. If the community really feels like we need to expand, I'm not against that. But I just want to make sure we stay focused on what we're good at, what I'm good at, what I like to do, and then expand within that community. I'll shut up and go ahead and respond.
I mean, I think the fact that you're going to still have an actual D&D game, or D&D adjacent game on Sundays and Tuesdays, I think that keeps you grounded enough in the D&D world where you can have something else going on as well, and not really take the focus too much from it. It's a role-playing community, role-playing game community. I don't think I don't know that having a certain other type of system happen every so often, I honestly would think it cool rather than just more of the same.
Yeah,
I like that.
By the way, overall the idea
go ahead,
different systems, same, maybe not genre, but core concept, and that's something obviously we'll work out as that happens. But
no, and so no, that's good. And by the way, if you haven't figured out, everything I'm putting on the spreadsheet, which is in black with red, is not going to happen. All right, so but I do like the idea of
writing down everything.
No, I'm not. I'm just doing the best I can. So I do like the idea of occasional I don't mind a one shot of this or that or the other. I just don't want that to become the consistent brand. So maybe we have back to that idea of a one shot 1 day per week. Maybe once per month we can do an off-brand one shot that is, as long as it's consistent with our core values and our core, like, we don't want things which are falling afoul of our core values, and they're all posted in our Discord. But I think, yeah, that would be fun. Okay.
What do you think about a painting stream? Because there's a lot of people that paint minis and getting tips on painting.
So
I guarantee that Chandler would love to run something like that.
So we've done.
I know that you've done it before, but I mean maybe something more like.
No, I think there's no. I'm not saying we've done one, therefore we shouldn't do it. I'm saying we've done one. I think there's a huge demand for this. So I think there should be a lot more painting streams, 3D streams from BlueBox in 2022. All right, we've got about 15 minutes left. This has been fantastic. You guys have been, but I know I'm missing so much.
I've been keeping a good tally on my end too, just so you know.
All right, so let's go ahead and hone in a bit. By the way, how's the audio? The background music is a little hot in my ears, but not too bad. How's it sound to the two of you, and how's it sound to the
Great for me.
Great for you?
Actually, right now the background audio is fine. I'm not getting any problems.
Awesome. And our mad chatters, how's the music, the background audio, how's everything sounding to you? Great for me. Series X. All right, excellent. All right, so we'll move on. So coming back to this concept of the different categories, we've got a lot of general Blue Box suggestions. Can someone post a poll for me?
I got you.
All right, post the poll, macro level. More Tailspire. Second option, more tabletop minis. Third option, already a perfect blend. I want to know what people are thinking, because if you looked at our streams recently, and this is not intentional, it depends on the scene and what's happening, our Sunday streams have become almost purely tabletop. We had the big Kraken battle, the sea battle, I've got the ships and the minis, and it was all perfect setup. My GHA Book 2 team is in Relastra, and this massive city, they're moving around all kinds of different places. To put that on my table would be almost impossible. So I've been using Tailspire to give them the freedom, along with, of course, Theater of Mind is a given, that we don't need to put Theater of Mind in the poll. You must always have Theater of Mind as a DM. There's never going to be a time a DM that gives freedom to his players will be able to restrict them to the visual mediums that he has available. So the question here is, if you've been watching us for the past few weeks, and if you're new, maybe you could just vote here on your opinion in general. Do you like the VTT 3D visualizations? Do you prefer the exclusively tabletop mini stuff? I'm prepping my tabletop mini. Look around me. You got minis everywhere here. Here, let me turn this camera. Hopefully I don't screw.
Oh, it's insane.
Minis.
Any of you guys coming to Blue Box Con, it's insane.
Minis. But I also love the 3D VTT because it gives me a lot of flexibility. So I want to know what my fans think, and pop in the poll if you think, more tabletop, more Tailspire, or it's just right the way it is. And that poll's going to end here in a bit. Good job. All right, so the majority said just right, but of those that didn't agree just right, there was a little more lean toward more tabletop. So that's really good to know. I think this Sunday I'm going to have a really good blend of the VTT and the tabletop. Then on Tuesday, I should be able to do the same for my Greyhawk Awaken. So when I say Sunday, I mean the Rune Lords campaign. Then on Tuesday, I'm talking about the Greyhawk Awakening campaign. I think we should be able to get a nice blend of those. We've got 67 people watching us talk around a spreadsheet. Thank you so much. Thomas.
We have 70.
Are we? Thomas, what have I missed? Because I want to make sure we're getting all these questions. Thank you so much for the comments and the vote. That's really helpful.
So I think that probably the one main thing that we've thrown out but haven't really discussed fully, I don't think, is having a dedicated one-shot day being added into the schedule. Because we were already doing, what was it? Monday and Thursday was 3D modeling streams with
Renan,
Renan?
yeah, and thank you for bringing that up because we've been posting that Renan would be streaming each week and he hasn't. Renan has developed carpal tunnel. He had to have a surgery, and so he has been completely out of commission. So if you've seen the posts and you're saying where is Renan, we still love him, but he's gone through a little bit of a medical issue here. So we're going to put that off for later.
Of course. And I think, still keeping that would be awesome. Maybe dialing it down to 1 a week instead of the 2, and then taking that 1 that we replace it with and making that one-shot day. And every week we have some fun one-shot that we do, or perhaps if it's a more cohesive overtime story, but with a less popular system, such as Monster of the Week, which is what I've been doing. It's just kind of more on and off. I think that is something that we could easily work out doing. The problem is there's a lot of other people that stream, and a lot of if Evelyn and I are going to be the main ones running that, then back half of the week doesn't work for us. And so finding a good day to do it is the difficult part of it,
Yeah. It's amazing how quickly the schedule has filled
to the
with
brim.
all the people running stuff, and
Yep.
who are you going to butt up against?
Yep.
Which is never a fun thing.
No, not at all.
No, I get that. And look, everyone has communities they're supporting, and they've all got their own thing. And my goal is to, as I've said so many times, just encourage people to game, show them a style of gaming that I love and enjoy, and to build a community. And I think we have already checked all those boxes for me. We've built a great community. I'm so appreciative to all of you. And I think people enjoy the style of game, but there are other styles of game, and everyone deserves their window and their opportunity to shine. So I don't want to conflict. I'm very careful about when I schedule my streams. I've kind of staked my claim to times, and I try not to overlap with my friends and others in the community. But ultimately, there are so many out there that are doing good things. It's tough to really protect yourself from overlap, and I get that.
John, have you played... How many war games have you played, or is it mostly RPGs that you've done?
When you say war game, I mean
like a Warhammer, big armies against big armies. I know that you can still roleplay within those systems.
So I've never done tabletop war. So when you said war games, I'm thinking Axis and Allies, Risk.
No. Yeah, measuring things out with rulers and moving individual units.
I've never done that.
Chandler loves it, and Lord Forth in chat said more wargaming. I think having a wargaming session could be fun. It's a bit boring, is the problem.
I don't know how that's going to work visually.
We could set up cameras to make it work.
Yeah,
it would take some play, but the arms that Chandler, it's not boring. It can be boring for a third party if it's going slow. But John, the arms that he has on the webcams that we use could easily have top-down view cameras over the table. We could figure out a way to work it out, I bet.
Yeah, okay, so I think, yeah, I don't think it's boring for the people playing. The question is, how riveting can we make it for an audience?
Exactly.
Right?
That's my word.
And so I've got it down. We're brainstorming here. There are no bad ideas except the ones I put in black and highlighted with red font. Other than that, there are no bad ideas. So play Risk, Mikey. You prefer
let's
Axis
play
and
Risk
Allies.
and do a 36-hour stream.
But see, and this is I don't want to get too far off brand. There are plenty of places you can go there, and I guess maybe that's a community question. If we just start doing those things, and we got people that we like to play with, and maybe that's more what this is growing into. It's just I started just with crushing it with D&D and trying to play great D&D games, but if the community grows to the point where we're just enjoying one another as a community, I'm open to that as well.
Of course. And it's all just ideas, right? That's the whole point of the stream, is to see where we want to go.
How does TPK? How did I miss that? That's a great LMA talk.
I did write that one down.
How to TPK? Send more monsters than the team could possibly kill.
Yeah, but it's got to be done artfully.
Or put a really big Kraken in that for some odd reason they can't handle it all. Miraculously kill anyways.
I'm going to how to artfully TPK. Yeah, TPK is easy.
That's actually a genuine...
How do you do it with style?
But here's the thing, TPKing is not something that as a DM you should seek to
Become
do.
John.
But if the party is kind of like, we don't like our characters anymore, then you can have fun with it.
Well, I mean, if the party tells you that they want to kill their characters,
Have fun.
That's a let's have some fun with this.
Let's do it.
Okay, all right. So I think we got a lot of ideas here, which include more community involvement. I think these one shots could bring more people in. The the gaming group could be something. I'm looking for a game that would be great. Let's jump really quickly with our remaining time. Let's go back to these LMA ideas, and let's pop possible guests in here for these LMAs.
That was something I actually wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
We need more guests on LMAs.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's plan topics in advance. That's on me. I've got that. But adjusting to high level PC. So as we go through these, I want your ideas. But anyone in chat, if you have a suggestion or you want to raise your hand and say, hey, I'd love to be on an LMA to talk about that topic, pop it in the chat and I'll put it in my spreadsheet. So adjusting to high-level PCs, who could be some guests for that?
So are we talking from a DM perspective?
Yes.
Yes.
Assuming?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, hi.
I can also do that because I've recently ran some level 21 shots. But if it's always just the three of us,
Well, no, but that's okay. Like it won't be. I want to see in the chat though. Anyone else you would like to pop on? It'd be just like this. It's just a fun chat. Don't be nervous. There's no performance expectation. You just come in and chat with people that love the game, and we have fun together. So if you would like to
there was a good one, which is how to balance homebrew items, classes, other things like that.
That's a good.
That's a good one. And that is something that I have been doing for the past year on my Instagram, which I did link in chat a while earlier. It's a really long title, and I'm going to work on it this year as rebranding it. But homebrew is hard.
Yeah. By the way, John, in terms of topics, castles and crusades.
Yeah, no, I love that. And that was popped up there by Steve, and I think Steve said, why hast thou forsaken me? Steve, I have not forsaken you, nor have I forsaken CNC. I love Chuck. I love Steven. I love their system. They've just been busy, and I've been busy, and our ships keep passing in the night in terms of strategy for next steps, but Friday Night Crusades is on fire, and you may see more CNC here. We'll see. We'll see about CNC.
Ooh, Chris had a very good idea.
No, that's not possible. Chris.
All right, then I won't even mention it. I won't mention it.
Chris has no good ideas. No, I'm teasing.
So, Jesus, really mean. The roll channel is one of the more popular channels, or was for a while there in our Discord. It's kind of died down recently because it's just a big wall of rolls and randomness.
Yes.
And I liked Chris's idea of having a weekly big bad that everyone works to stop.
Oh my goodness!
And we could maybe I could probably look into some Discord stuff to make it like a thing that you have to like fight as a group.
I love that. I was wrong. Chris actually had a good idea. So one BBEG each week.
Now, John, what do you think about this concept?
I hate it already. I can tell the way you're asking me.
A certain amount of HP, right? We give it a certain amount of HP, and they have to pick from a bank of pretty usual weapons, for the most part, spells and whatnot. If they kill the BBEG, you do an extra fun giveaway that week.
On what, the LMA stream or just one of the streams?
Probably the LMA stream, I would think, because that's the one stream that we don't tend to do giveaways. And that boosts engagement for LMAs.
I think that's fun. I like that idea. So, somebody mark the calendar. I've argued very little with Robert today, and then both Chris and Thomas had a good idea on this stream. This is... You know what? It did snow 6 inches in Murfreesboro this week, so clearly hell is freezing over. So...
Listen here, friend. You compliment my beard.
I did. Your
and
beard.
then I get this.
Well, because I'm jealous. I can't grow a decent beard. That's all right. So
Thomas, carrot stick.
Yeah, right. Right.
Totally. Oh, I've been found out. All right. So. Necromantic DM, the best way to set up a TPK is a slow build up despite the party resources and then do a typical hard encounter. Yes, agreed. Yes, Michigan, I agree, Moose. It is. You did nothing, Chris. You know I love you, man. I miss you. I miss you, Chris. And by the way, Bloodwild, Steve. he asked about the Middle Earth campaign. We were literally at the end of Dagor Dagorath, which is Armageddon in Middle Earth, and then we had job changes with all my players, and I think we ended with some of the party members in the mouth of the dragon. And
What's
so
the dragon's name?
It's and Caligon.
And Caligon.
And Caligon had the halfling in his mouth at the end of the stream, and we have left it there for a year. So we got to pick that back up. I'll get back with those guys. We'll have a fun one shot to complete that. That is probably your best chance.
Yes, Pat, we saw your joke earlier about TPKing a stream is to upload to Windows 11.
And yet we have rocked this stream today, Pat, on Windows 11. All right. What else here? Yes. Okay. Looks. All right. Anything else I've missed, Thomas, before we close off? I did want to go through guests, but I'm going to say again, jump in our Discord. In our Discord, we have a channel called Loremaster's Arcanum. If you would like to jump on any of these topics, and I'll post all these topics in our Discord, just let me know. I would love to have more of you, looking at you folks right there, on this to join us. Yeah, I've just messed up my focus. See what I
You
did
messed
there?
your camera up so
Easy.
bad.
That's fine.
It's not fixing.
It's okay. I don't look that good tonight, so I'm fine with being fuzzy. There we go. So we would love to have more of you on our stream. And so if you like any of these topics and you want to pop in and chat with us, you have ideas, just don't mention dinosaur shirts for me. That will get you auto banned on our stream. We do have a giveaway tonight. I said we'd do at least one. We're going to do two. We stuck around 60 people all night long, so
I'll roll dice.
Fantastic.
I'll do it. We'll do it the old-fashioned
We're going to do a BlueBox mouse pad and one of these gorgeous BlueBox mugs, logos on both sides. As we've often said, your coffee tastes better.
We should vote for LMA MVP.
By the way, Cameron had a wonderful LMA suggestion.
Oh, what was
Yes,
Cameron?
and she would be a good guest for it.
Oh, yes, I definitely want Cameron on.
LMA about getting into games for the first time, new player advice, and all that.
All right, so we've done
happy guest.
We've done something like that, but I think that's a great topic to redux multiple times.
I like the idea of actually having a new player in it, though.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
as a bunch of old hats in D&D at this point, we don't really necessarily remember what it was like to come to the table for the first time.
You are not an old hat at D&D.
But I've been in it for a couple of years at this point. All right,
A couple of years.
Yeah,
couple of years.
And he called himself an old hat. A couple of years.
Listen here.
75% of my dice.
Sonny? You got your couple of years in.
Older
Well
than that.
done, lad.
I've got more 5e experience than the two of y'all combined. All right.
I don't know about that, sir.
We've talked about
I'm
this.
not
We
even
did
sure.
talk
I'm
about
not
this.
sure.
I've had 5e since basically my.
All right.
No, I've got you.
John,
both.
pull us apart.
I've played in two of Tim's one shots. One of Tim's one. No, they're not 5e though. All right. So thank you very much, Winston. All right.
Moose, I can't be an old sock.
All right. Here we go. Let's do our giveaways and let's raid into Jay. Giveaway. I'm seeing all kinds of actual, like, legit improvements with Windows 11. So don't be afraid of it. And I'm not being sponsored by Microsoft. There's a lot I like about this, even though it gave me some heartache at first. All right, that's good. That's good. That's all.
John just wants us all to suffer what he did.
yeah. Know my pain and see how good I did to make this work. All right, so let's do. Keyword will be mouse pad, exclamation point. Let's do exclamation point mouse in the chat. And that will get you in the giveaway. I'll pop it in there so you can see it.
I like Phantom casually entering the giveaway, despite the fact that he has one in front of him.
Hey, listen, there are deserving people that could go to.
Hey, thank you. I want to say thank you, everyone. Not just the little hype train at the beginning of the stream and support, but we do have one question for you tonight. If you're watching and you haven't followed, and there's some new folks watching tonight, first-time chatters, or if you're a follower who haven't subbed, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired, we have one question for you here at BlueBox. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub. We would appreciate it. And
Oh, well.
And a chant. What is a chant? I've never seen.
It's something I saw in the thing. If you click on it, it'll automatically put in the emote for you.
I love that. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Man, being a mod is fun.
Learning all the time.
I wouldn't know because I'm not a mod.
Okay.
Despite what John.
All right.
Despite what John keeps saying.
We can fix it. We can fix it.
I could swear I made you a mod, Robert. I'm stunned. All right. So you will be a mod. All right. So this
John
is
gaslighting me over here.
There will not be a roll for this. For the mouse pad, we'll just give it away. Again, we'll give you one more second here. This really cool BlueBox full color mouse pad. It's a nice one. This is not junky. It's printed externally. We didn't just do this with vinyl, and it looks great. It lasts a long time. I use one myself. I've got one here under my BlueBox mouse, and the winner of the BlueBox mouse pad tonight is Maya. Congratulations, my friend. Just pop in the chat. Let us know you're still here. And let me kick off the next giveaway, which is the mug. And I'm
really wanted that mouse pad, though.
I'm sorry, Thomas.
I'm just joking.
If Alcott does better with his role play, I might just do that.
Oh, you cut me deep. You cut me deep.
Dang, I felt that one.
You could not have said anything meaner.
All right, so exclamation point mug in the chat, and you can win one of these BlueBox mugs. I had not intended to give away two tonight, but to sit around 50 to 60 folks just watching us chat in front of a spreadsheet was encouraging to me, particularly with how inconsistent we've been with our streams. A reminder, on Sunday, we'll be back with our Rune Lords campaign. All kinds of great stuff happening in that campaign. Our audio issues hit like midstream echoes, killed it. But we have some really great storylines and great role play. There's a lot of that you can see in the text-based chat in our Discord. Go to Amako's Revenge, where there's some text-based chat happening in our Discord. Then next Tuesday night, the entire GHA crew is back. And it's the first time, like, even if I had been able to stream last night, which I couldn't, we were missing Terry, who plays Taldar. And Taldar, he had an obligation. So next Tuesday, whole crew back. Everybody in the saddle. It's going to be great. So we're looking forward to seeing all of you there. Exclamation point mug in the chat. And
one thing I will say about Rune Lords is we did get cut off, but Evelyn did show all of us in the room. She's made a nice little prop for next week. If you've read her text-based roleplay in the Amako's Revenge chat, you should totally go and read it.
Okay,
and then you'll know what I'm talking about.
No, it's so true, so true. And yeah, tall, dark, and handsome. That's right. I'm going to give a special surprise for the chatters tonight. We've got 62 people sitting on, and we're 6 minutes from Rating J. And actually, we're like 2 minutes from Rating J. He goes live in 6. I'm going to show you Taldar's artwork. I would normally save this for a Tuesday, but I want to give a surprise to those who have stuck with us through the entire LMA tonight as Robert and Thomas and I have rambled on. Check this out. So this is Taldar's visage. You see the tattooing. It is, like, honestly, I get chills looking at that. Now here is the full big boy.
Here's the big boy.
And I can, again, with my new Windows 11 setting, I can show side by side. That's
looks
so
just
cool.
like Terry.
It looks exactly like Terry. So you will see all of the custom artwork from Hob, Bianca, next Tuesday night on our stream as we launch this. And the winner, we won't do a roll-off for sake of time, the winner of the mug tonight is Chris! Set Monkey! Congratulations! Set Monkey, nice. Are you still there? You who have sent me so many glasses, I shall send you a mug. If you are still on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, he's there! All right, we are set. Everyone, thank you so much for a great night. We love you. As we prepare to raid Jay, any final thoughts from my two august guests?
One quick note. I noticed Amanda had said it earlier. We are looking for more people to do the storytelling for the crit rolls because there's as it grows, it gets to be a lot to keep up with.
Yes.
And this is something that I think, Robert, you and I can work on, like with that big bad every week or whatever. We can work on some stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I know people will also.
No, I know.
Don't leave us raid for Jay in 10
individual
seconds.
stuff as well. So I think we could use this for the individuals. We could use that as well.
Yes, and within the last 10 seconds, I will just say the thing that John is going to say, but I'll say it for him. Blue Box 2022 is going to be the best year of Blue Box you've seen yet. We've got a con coming that's going to be twice as long as it once was. We've got tons of stuff coming in the Discord, more one-shots, more stories, awesome high-level play, more books in Greyhawk Awakening, great new stuff, great new art. It's going to get better and better and better, and Windows 11 will not kill this stream.
Thank you,
It
Thomas.
can't kill this stream.
My personal Don King. Look up the reference. You probably don't know what I'm saying. Good night.
I don't. I don't get that.
I figured you did. I'm going to tell you in a second here.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So we rated